So we did fly out to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it was super exciting. So exciting that I decided to bring the family because they're Trump supporters too, and they really wanted to see him. And it was, it's history in the making. So we got out there and we went back into sort of a holding room as we waited for Trump to arrive. He'd been all over, he was running a little late, but not too bad. And then they asked if I would like to come out and greet him, like when he arrived at the facility. So I said, sure. I went out and in he came. And it's great. They always have the same music playing. Here's some pictures for the listening audience. You can go to youtube.com/Megyn Kelly, go about an hour into the show and you'll see the pictures of the two of us here. Backstage is his motorcade pulled into the building. This is where we're coming over. Hello. We're having a greeting. And these shots, by the way, were taken by our friend, Justin Wells, who's Tucker Carlson's producer. One of them is Fox News executive producer. Now he's shooting that documentary, Art of the Surge. And by the way, you should definitely be watching this series. Justin, it's incredible, the footage that he has gotten of Trump. Think about it. They've had access to Trump this whole summer for the most bizarre election developments we've ever seen. 2 assassination attempts, the debate switcheroo, and you can follow his movie and his series on X. The Twitter account is at Art of the Surge. Anyway, well worth your time. It was great to see Justin and spend some time together. And it was great to see Trump. He was super kind. It was great to talk. I think he saw the Bill Maher appearance and approved. He gave it a thumbs up. And then we went out there. We watched him do his thing. He was great. I was so happy to be seated next to Sage Steele and Danica Patrick, who I had on my show back at NBC. And she's such a badass, and she's become so vocal about the women's sports issue. I just love her. She's so tough. And Sage is like an angel sent from heaven. I mean, she's such a good person. She's so interesting. She's very smart. And you look at her, I have the same feeling whenever I look at Sage Steele, which is, I need to try harder. I don't know what to do, but I don't think all of us are capable of looking as luminous as Sage Steele. Truly, she's luminous. Anyway, I got to sit next to them, which was exciting. And then Trump was going on, and there was a second there where I was like, I don't know, is he going to call me up? What's going to happen? It's going to be kind of embarrassing because I told everybody that I'd be speaking. Maybe I'm not speaking. I'm not sure how this works. And then he did call me up. So I was relieved. And it was just a quick thing. I got up there. I'll play you a little bit of the beginning. The audience here will not find this story surprising. Take a listen.
And, I just mentioned a name, but a woman who I saw the other night on television just ripped some poor idiot apart. Megyn Kelly is here, and she's doing... Come up here, Megyn. She ripped a guy apart.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Hi, everybody. It's great to see you. Can you believe this guy? Can you believe the energy and the stamina on this guy at his age? I'm ready to go to sleep over there. He's got another rally to go to till tonight. Let me tell you, first of all, one of the reasons why I wanted to come here, one of the many reasons I wanted to come here. When I launched my show 4 years ago, we had Mark Cuban on the program. Yeah. May have seen he was in the news this week. And he started going on about how bad America's race history was and how ashamed he was of America. And that's why he was at all these protests. And he felt it was really important to stand up and speak out about human rights violations. And then it got awkward when I asked him about all the money he was taking from China. And then he dropped a bunch of F-bombs. And I thought, I really enjoy this feeling of proving Mark Cuban wrong. And so here I am at a Trump rally, a strong, intelligent woman to prove Mark Cuban wrong again.
Okay. So that's how I opened it. And the crowd was not a big group of fans of Mark Cuban. So that went over fine. And then I made a couple of points about why I think it's important to vote for Trump. I'm not going to go over them all. You guys know them. I made most of them on this show yesterday, and I make them all the time. My team put together a very short little highlight reel of what actually happened, and I will play that for you.
I do want to tell you the main reasons I am voting for Donald Trump. Number one, immigration. President Trump closed the border. Kamala Harris opened it by choice. It wasn't accidental. She said it would be humane. That's what she and her boss believed. Tell it to Lake and Riley's family. There was nothing humane about it. He closed it. They opened it. It was an intentional choice, and there's no reason not to believe they won't do it again. The boys should not be in the girls' sports. The boys should not be in the girls' bathrooms. The boys should not be in the girls' locker rooms. And by the way, they are going into the women's prisons. She changed the law in California to make sure the taxpayers would pay for their sex change operations. She was not just following the law, she changed the law. President Trump will stop it. He got mocked by the left for saying he would be a protector of women. He will be a protector of women, and it's why I'm voting for him. He will not look at our boys like they're second-class citizens. And ladies out there who want a bit of girl power in this election, let me tell you something. How can you win when the sons and the husbands and the brothers and the dads you love are losing? It's not a win. What I don't want, what I don't think you want, is the left's version of masculinity. I'm not into their version of toxic masculinity or new masculinity. I prefer the old version. Them, all of you, and I prefer a president who understands how to be strong and how to fight.
Those guys standing behind me were remarkable. They all had their hard hats on. This is the thing at some of the Trump rallies. And you could tell these were real salt of the earth Pittsburgh guys, tough. And guys who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty and work with their hands for a living and, put in rough days, and they don't get rich doing it, and they love this country, and they have been forgotten by Democratic administrations, by Barack Obama. And certainly Joe Biden, Scranton Joe, has paid them no mind. But President Trump did. It's how he won. He brought back 400,000 manufacturing jobs, 400,000. The listlessness that American men are feeling these days is epidemic levels. And by the way, 3 out of 4 deaths of despair, men. Men are leaving the workforce and they're not even trying to get back in. They don't feel there's a place for them anymore. And I just think the messaging from the left is still so anti-male and this fake rah-rah girl power. But really what they're talking about is singularly abortion, as though abortion is empowering. That's how we find our power, by killing our unborn babies. And that's the only way. That's what defines us. That we are losing sight of all the other things that matter. All the other things that matter. As I've been pointing out on the show for a long time now, most specifically Friday and Monday, abortion is really not on the ballot at the federal level in this election, period. It's just not. And we need to be thinking about the other issues that are important to women. And one of those issues is what's happening to our men, by these woke leftists who are trying to shame and blame them right out of their swagger, right out of their joy. They want them joyless and jobless and voiceless. And so I see why all those men, you're seeing the videotapes pop up now of the men lining up for hours, 3-hour lines they're standing in the rural counties of Pennsylvania today. And I say, God bless you, men. God bless you. You do hard work all the time. This is one day in which you have to do a different kind of hard work, and you are perfectly suited to do it. You have to stand there. You have to stand there if it takes 5 hours. Stand there. Get your vote in. For the prospect of a leader and a government that respects you and cares about you and thinks about you and your interests instead of those of these global elites and the billionaire class that's cutting ads for them like Julia Roberts and Oprah Winfrey. Oprah! Sick of her yelling at me. The stakes here could not be more clear. So I loved those guys behind me, and I do think I'm sick of the left's shaming of guys like that over their natural male qualities. The need to be strong, the need to protect, the need to take risks. Yes, and swagger. Yes, that's part of it. Some bravado. Absolutely. I think we're emasculating these guys, and then we're wondering where our protectors are. What do you mean? You know, you castrated him. How do you think he's going to feel? So I want my fellow women, if you haven't gone to the polls today, to think about that. It's not all about abortion rights or girl power. You might need to be thinking more about your son, your dad, your husband, your brother, your male friend, those deaths of despair, and how we get these guys back on track, which does help women too. Okay, that's that. Appreciated it. And then, by the way, Sage and Danica and Trump all flew off to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where he was on stage. He got there at some like 12:15. I was in my bed by 12:15. I was thrilled, and we were all tired. He just took the stage in Grand Rapids, Michigan last night at 12:15, and he spoke for 2 hours. He was up there dancing. Do we have videotape of that? He was up there having a great time. Here, take a look at Saw 3.
And I'm sure you will find many ways to have
This is 2 in the morning. He's doing the Trump dance. It's great. And had a really sweet, reflective, and I definitely believe sincere closing message to those who are in attendance, who, as I pointed out an hour ago, are like groupies in the way that a groupie follows a rock band. You know, a lot of the same faces go to these rallies, and they just adore the former president. Take a listen to SOT 2.
I want to take a moment to thank the millions of hardworking men and women who are the heart and soul of this, the greatest movement of all time. Because it's you much more so than me, frankly. You're incredible people. You built this country, and you're going to save this country, but you're incredible people. You're really incredible people. And as I said in the very beginning, this isn't my campaign. This is your campaign. This is a great campaign that's now it's 9 years. But you've given your time, your money, and your whole heart for this cause, and your support means more than anything you can even understand. It's amazing. I love you all. You're very special. This is my last rally. Can you believe it? The rallies, these big, beautiful rallies, there's never been anything like it.
I think he's telling you the truth. He's genuinely going to miss them. I want to tell you this just in from Charlie Kirk, who, as you know, is part of the Get Out the Vote effort for Team Trump, along with a PAC organized by Elon and some other groups. Charlie just tweeted out the following: turnout is mixed and not where we want it to be. Turnout is mixed and not where we want it to be. We need more people to vote. We can't let turnout flatline. Text everyone you know. Make more noise. We need more. All right, well, he's seeing something that sounds alarming. So it's 1:13 now in the East. Get out and vote. Get out. Consider yourself texted. Make more noise. We need more. Okay, well, we're going to find out more as the day goes on. Let me hear from all of you. Oh, by the way, if you want to see the full remarks of yours truly, they're only like 7 minutes long. The holiday season is here. I kind of feel like we don't get to start it until the election's over. Is it just me? Like, I'm not going to start thinking about Christmas until the election is over. And Thanksgiving. There's Thanksgiving. Yeah, there's that too. Anyway, if your business relies on mailing or shipping, Stamps.com is a must-have. With Stamps.com, you can print postage online. That's so convenient. It saves you valuable time to focus on what matters most, running your business smoothly. Stamps.com is more than just a shipping solution for small businesses. It is a reliable partner for organizations of all sizes, managing all your mailing and shipping needs from one platform. Think of Stamps.com as your 24/7 post office. Avoid the holiday traffic jams by handling all your shipping from your computer or your phone anytime, anywhere. And they offer discounts that you're not going to find anywhere else. Up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. Stock up on everything you need, from labels to shipping supplies, right from their supply store. More holiday, less hustle. Free up more time with Stamps.com. Sign up now. Stamps.com. Enter the code MK to get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage, and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Stamps.com, code MK. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.